Hi, today I'm going to give some tips on how to manage fundraising with limited resources. I'm Heather Stewart of Activate Fundraising, and I specialise in helping small charities to raise more money. So, how can you use your resources more effectively? Well, first of all, use what you already have, but better. You don't need to invest heavily in new systems or completely change the way you work to successfully fundraise. So start with what you have. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're running events, is there scope to invite donors along to these? Or can you get the public involved? Maybe you and your staff all take part in fundraising events to raise money for your charity. So could you ask the public to get involved in raising money too? If you're a small charity, I'd recommend starting with your local community and finding out if they would help raise money. You can also go to local companies to ask them to sponsor your events in return for getting a higher profile locally and some good news in the local press about them. Also think about how you can boost the impact of your events. So for example, can you use social media to promote them to the wider public and perhaps get them to sign up? You could also give your events more impact, for example by tweeting live to your followers at an event or posting pictures and videos onto your Twitter stream or your Facebook page while the event's happening. This can help to give people who aren't there even more of a sense of what you're about, and it also helps to keep them engaged. Okay, what about communications? Well, what communications do you produce? Do you have a newsletter that could be sent out to donors with a cover letter as part of their regular donor communications programme? That could help keep you at the forefront of their minds throughout the year. Are you on social media? If so, could more of your messages be about fundraising? And if not, is it worth considering building your online profile? My advice would be to start with one channel, be clear on what it's for, and get to grips with it before launching on to the next. If you communicate with people via email, think about subscribing to an email marketing service to help you manage those communications. Do you have a website? Most people do these days, and if you do, get a donate button on there. It doesn't matter if to begin with you're hardly receiving any donations through this route. You're promoting the fact that people can give and making it easy for them to do so. And these are just a few examples of places where you can set it up. Okay, that leads me nicely on to automation. If you use an email marketing service, you can set up your emails in advance and send them out as and when people sign up to your list. So you can create a series of welcome emails that automatically go out as someone subscribes. Similarly, you can automate your Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, and Facebook updates by using various platforms. You can literally set up all of your messages to run for the week or the month through one platform, and then all you need to do during the week is check in and make sure that you're involved in any conversations that your messages might have generated. And this is a fantastic way to help you save time. Personally, I use Hootsuite to manage all of my updates, and you can find that at www.hootsuite.com, and it's a great way, as I say, of managing all your communications in the one place. Okay, next you want to break your tasks into manageable chunks. I like to timetable activity for the week, so I know that there are certain days when I'll deal with certain aspects of my work. Now, you do need to have a degree of flexibility with this. For example, if you fundraise on a Tuesday and a donor wants to meet you on a Friday, guess what? You're going to have to meet them. But maybe managing fundraising within your limited time could become easier if you spend, say, 30 minutes a day on research. Or maybe you want to give over a Monday morning to research. Or why not schedule in an hour to update your social media for the week? As I said, you could go onto hootsuite.com, set aside time on a Friday afternoon to set up all your tweets for the week, a few Facebook page updates, load it all onto Hootsuite, and you're set to go for the following week. Okay, so it'll probably take more than an hour the first time you do this, but I promise that it does get easier. Now, that's my word of caution. Don't over-automate. Social media works when you're present, so while your automation's the bones of your approach, you still want to check in each day to comment, retweet, and keep engaged. And that's a little tip from me. If you go over to activatefundraising.com, you can get a free planner by signing up to my regular fundraising ideas. Okay, now you want to share the load. Who else can manage fundraising tasks in your team? If the answer is no one, is there someone that you can bounce ideas off or ask to be a fresh pair of eyes on your funding proposal? If the answer is still no, maybe you have a trusted associate working in another charity who could perform this role. Or perhaps you want to get a mentor so you can offload and bounce ideas. Who deals with admin in your team? Could they add in gift recording and managing the thank you process? What about research? Can different people give up half an hour a day to help build your prospect list? And if there really is no one to help take on the admin, get some good systems in place. Now, this little icon means focus on one thing at a time. If you want to avoid getting completely overwhelmed, decide to focus on getting really good at one thing and spend a month trying to blitz it. So, if you want to improve your trust funding hit rate, focus on getting systems in place for research, proposal writing and reporting. Find some fantastic prospects that really fit with what you're trying to do and get your case for support tuned and ready to go. Or perhaps you have a campaign coming up that you'd like to get wider support for and have decided you need to focus on social media. Spend time on deciding your strategy, choosing your platform and engaging that audience. Or maybe you want to get your board more involved in fundraising and need to raise awareness by meeting each of them individually and gaining an understanding of what they would like or need. Choose one area and focus. It doesn't mean don't do anything else, but it does mean spend a month where the one aspect you want to develop is your priority. For more free help and ideas, visit activatefundraising.com or you can email me at heather@activatefundraising.com or follow me on Twitter @heatheractivate. Good luck with your fundraising.